Hi, you may have noticed by now that sensory interaction and sensation and perception are a pretty big module. One of my favorites, and the information is very applicable to day-to-day life. So we're still in that same module, and we are on page 9 at this point. And so we've gone through all of the pages in our e-text, and we've gotten down to the bottom where we have instructions to now complete our sensory interaction journal. So I'm going to scroll to the gray bar, and I see the instructions for the sensory interaction journal and my rubric. So make sure you look at your rubric. Again, journals are formal APA styled papers. You should include double spacing, internal citations, and a resources page that's formatted following APA guidelines. And just a couple of reminders, your cited sources, need to also be double spaced, and you indent on the second line in each thereafter to the right. So you have your first line, and then you're going to indent to the right. What is the meat of this paper? It says our senses are constantly interacting to allow us to function on a daily basis. But have you ever taken a moment to reflect on exactly how they're interacting? Many of you actively participate in extracurricular activities ranging from athletics to the arts. For this journal entry, you'll need to think of an extracurricular activity that you participate in or one a friend does. Reflect on the 5 senses that are used. Please explain how each allows you or your friend to function during the task. Do not neglect to discuss the importance of the perception with each sense. In addition, you'll need to provide 2 separate examples of an interaction that might occur between the 2 senses. Make sure to mention the relevance of bottom-up processing. Here's an underdeveloped example that needs much enhancement, but it kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking for. So I've been a dancer since I was 4. This year for the spring recital, I am the lead of the dancers. Dancing requires the constant use of vision, hearing, kinesthetics, vestibular, and skin senses. During the recital, my sight and vestibular interact because you get the idea. Obviously, this is not enough, but it kind of gives you an idea of this would be a great place to start, and then you can develop your paper. We talk about each one of the senses independently, and then you're also going to show how they work together for 2 examples. In this short little blurb, she says, during the recital, my sight and vestibular interact because, and she's going to explain that. So that's one of the 2 examples of the senses interacting. APA citations, give credit to resources used. This one really helps you with your FRQ writing because what you're doing in this journal is the same type of application that often appears on the AP exam.